One of the reasons I've come to this centre is because of this unique breadth and depth of experience and the particular perspective that brings on environmental problems.
My name is Mark Berkman. I'm Head of Department here at the Centre for Environmental Policy. I work on conservation biology, expert judgment and structured decision making.
My name is Audrey Denazel. I'm a senior lecturer at the Centre for Environmental Policy, and I'll be teaching most of your air pollution lectures this year. I also convened the Urban Sustainable Environment option, and for this I get a lot of help from Tilly, Maria and Louise. So my background is a bit of a mixture of mathematics and environmental sciences and policy, epidemiology and urban planning. And for my research, I really put all of that together to try to understand how we can create more health-promoting built environments. So I'm mostly interested in, particularly in transportation systems and urban designs that encourage people to get out of their cars and onto bicycles or public transportation or walking, because that way you can reduce air pollution but also promote physical activity, increase social interactions, create more space for green space, etc., etc.
My name is Nick Volvoulis. I am a professor of environmental technology here at the Centre, and with Audrey Denazel, co-deputy head of department. My teaching covers subjects related to environmental challenges, water pollution, waste management, and increasingly topics such as the circular economy and the nexus between water, energy and food. My research explores the potential of systems thinking in sustainability transitions, the management of emerging environmental contaminants, and policy options and business strategies for decoupling economic growth from resources and pollution. I am also interested in community participation in science and the links between knowledge management and environmental behavior.
My name is Dr. Karen Howe and I'm a senior lecturer in environmental social science in the department. Within the MSc, I am the co-director of the core course alongside Dr. Bill Sheet, and I also co-convene one of our options, the ERM, Environmental Resource Management. But I also teach on a number of the other options as well, so you'll be seeing a lot of me over the course of the year. Within the wider department, I led our successful bid last year for an Athena Swan Bronze Award. And I still sit on our EDI committees, both within the department and also the wider Faculty of Natural Sciences. I co-lead one of our departmental research themes on human dimensions of environmental change, and also lead our MOU that Imperial has signed with the United Nations Environmental Management Group. In terms of my research, I'm particularly interested in the relationship between people and nature and how we can balance the competing needs of conserving biodiversity with also improving human well-being. And particularly the disconnect that happens between policy making at the international level around goals, international policy making goals such as the Sustainable Development Goals, and also at the local scale. So for example, I currently have a project in Tanzania where we're looking at the concepts of heritage and dignity and how these are translated in relation to sustainable development, both internationally and locally. I have quite a large research group at the moment of 7 PhD students that work very much from an interdisciplinary perspective, using systems-based approaches, from everything from the blue bioeconomy to urban green spaces and public health, roads through biodiverse areas, and even wine and climate change.
My name is Jem Woods. I'm a reader in sustainable development and director of the postgraduate research in the Centre for Environmental Policy, so I'm responsible for running our PhD programme. My research is focused on understanding the policies and practices that are needed to deliver effective sustainable development transition pathways, and in particular, how best to manage humanity's exploitation of the biosphere. I teach on the Environmental Technology MSc and also on the Sustainable Energy Futures MSc, where I run a 2-week bioenergy module with my colleague Erasmus Mobonje.
I'm John Mumford. I'm Professor of Natural Resource Management in the CEP. I'm an entomologist, have a background in agriculture, and I'm a part-time farmer. During the core course, I'm going to be talking to you about demography, about fisheries management, and about some aspects of environmental risk management. And I'll be seeing some of you in the option term as well. My research interests are about invasive species, about the large-scale area-wide management of agricultural and public health pests, about fisheries management, and about the regulation of genetically modified insects and the regulation of plant quarantine in international trade.
My name is Marina Mills. Welcome to CP. I'm really excited to meet you all. I'll be teaching both in the core module and also in the resource management option. Most of my research is focused on resource management and biodiversity conservation. So mainly I focus on how, why, and when different conservation initiatives go to scale. So why people decide to engage in private protected areas, for example, or why people decide to start planting trees within their property.
My name is Giannis Kontouris and I'm a senior lecturer in economics and the environment here at the Centre for Environmental Policy. I am the senior personal tutor for the MSc in Environmental Technology and I co-convene the Environmental Economics and Policy option. My research is around economics. I am mostly interested in the interaction between human behavior and the natural environment. These days I'm looking at environmental preference formation, the effect of various environmental policies, and have a particular interest in wildfires.
My name's Dr. Alexandra Collins. I'm a lecturer in environmental sustainability at the Centre for Environmental Policy. I'm also one of the conveners for the Environmental Resource Management option. My research in the department is focused around the need to inform and improve environmental decision making. So looking at how we can improve the use of evidence in decision making, particularly the use of systematic approaches. I'm also interested in looking at how we can encourage greater consideration of the environment in decision making, particularly through the use of ecosystem services and potentially natural capital, and looking at integrated solutions to environmental problems as well. And as part of this, I'm working on a number of projects, but perhaps the ones of most interest are a NERC project, Natural Environment Research Council project, looking at community approaches to water management for a livable London, the Camellia project. And also working on a European-funded project looking at how nature-based solutions can be used for a more climate resilience in smaller towns and cities. I'm just on my way back from maternity leave, and so I'm looking forward to getting back stuck in with some teaching and looking forward to meeting you all.
My name is Clive Potter and I'm Professor of Environmental Policy in the Centre. I co-convene the Environmental Economics and Policy option, and I also co-convene the Human World module of the core course. I'll be teaching sessions on environmental governance and policy this term, and I'm also going to be contributing to the Sustainable Food case study. As an environmental social scientist, my research interests essentially relate to the relationship between policy change and human behaviour. And I'm particularly interested in how best to engage stakeholders and publics in order to reform the way we use land and manage forests. I've recently been appointed as an ambassador to the UK's Future Treescape initiative, a 4-year programme of research designed to help inform the way we manage our trees, woods and forests in order to meet the government's net zero policy objective.
My name's Dr. Ian Staffel. I'm a senior lecturer in sustainable energy here in the Centre for Environmental Policy. I've had a very mixed background. I've studied physics, engineering and economics, and now my work focuses on renewable energy, electricity markets, hydrogen, energy storage and electric vehicles. I'm one of the conveners of the energy policy option of the MSc course, so if you're taking that option, congratulations on choosing the best one. And you'll be seeing a lot of me in the new year. There I give lectures on a few broad topics like energy systems, energy economics, transitioning to clean energy, oil and gas markets and energy storage.
I'm Karen McCook. Welcome to Imperial College. What? She's got the same name as another bloke in the department. Oh, you know what? It's not a weird coincidence. We are married to each other. So, now that's out of the way, let me introduce myself. I teach you international environmental law, primarily on the global environmental change and policy option, though I do teach on a few of the other options and other courses in the college. My main focus in international environmental law. What? Does international environmental law exist? I don't know. We better ask Boris. Or better still, we can leave that for the class discussion. Let's get back to the script. I teach you about the origins of international environmental law. Its status. Is it law? Is it not law? About the content, the substantive areas that are regulated between states. What do words mean? We examine these things as well. And we look at procedures, and big issues such as social license, social and environmental justice, human rights and the environment, and other normative aspects. We also link environmental law and its processes and content to science and technology. How amazing is that? Well, this is Imperial College. Big sign behind me, in case you need reminding. So, I have run a research group made up of several PhD students, and I supervise loads of master's students in the thesis term. I wear other hats throughout the year of an admin nature at college and faculty level. I won't bore you with that. Really sincerely hope you have a great time on the course this year, and I look forward to working with most of you throughout the year. Bye! Now, where's that stop record button?
I'm Jim Ski and I'm Professor of Sustainable Energy here at CEP. I actually spend most of my time acting as co-chair for Working Group 3 of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which looks at climate change mitigation. And it's a great pleasure to have this activity hosted at CEP, where I'm working along with a team of 8 other people. You don't see me that much on teaching because of that, but I do some teaching on the global environmental change option and the energy option, and I can usually manage to supervise 1 or 2 master's dissertations during the summer. So very pleased to welcome everybody here to CEP.
My name's Zen McCook. I'm an international barrister and senior academic here at Imperial College London. I came to know Imperial from working with its technical experts in executing court cases. I stayed here because of the international environmental impact of the MSc that you're now enrolled on. As a barrister, I prosecuted polluters in Canada, the United States, and continental Europe. As legal counsel in the highest courts in these jurisdictions and at the World Trade Organization, European and international courts of justice, I bring my legal expertise to this course, noting that I've created more than 125 environmental laws worldwide and worked in 78 countries. For example, The Marine Stewardship Council, which I co-created, serves as the background for this introduction. As an academic scholar, my latest books have been about leading environmental cases in the courts and building a global citizen science movement. I recently completed another book submission detailing how we created the world's first climate change insurance. Right now, I've just finished legal work on wet market reform for the government of China to help stop any more global pandemics. Why does any of this matter to you? As core course Human World and Global Auction co-convener, I want to work with you. All of these accomplishments are from working with people just like you and are part and parcel of building the next generation of global environmental leaders with both you and my colleagues here at Imperial. I can't wait to meet you. Thanks for listening.
My name is Dr. Bill Sheet. I'm Reader in Environmental Assessment in the Centre for Environmental Policy, and my roles within the department are very much focused on the MSc course. I'm Deputy Director of the MSc as a whole, Co-Director of the core course, and also Departmental Careers Advisor, which means I'm the Director of Careers for the MSc course. So you'll see plenty of me through the course of the core course in particular, and also in the options. I teach particularly on environmental policy and environmental impact assessment and strategic environmental assessment, and also policy evaluation. In my other part-time role, I'm a therapist in anxiety and stress in higher education. So you'll see me with a different hat on as well in terms of some of the mental health and well-being support that we provide in the department. And interestingly, my research area, in as much as I have one within the department because my limited time, is focused primarily on MSc and PhD supervision, including on mindfulness and sustainability.
Mike Tennant. I'm a Principal Teaching Fellow here in the Centre for Environmental Policy. My main role is running the Masters, the Environmental Technology Masters, and my research involves trying to understand sustainability problems from an interdisciplinary perspective. So to do that, I draw on ideas from systems and complexity thinking, from American pragmatism, from feminist theories, and a number of other different things. I've been working in circular economy previously, but more recently I'm interested in ideas of utopia and how visions can help us understand the direction of sustainable development.
I'm Maria Vinograd. I'm a teaching fellow here at CEP. I'm co-convener of the Environmental Resource Management option, and I also teach on the Urban Sustainable Environments option. I'm a geographer by training. My doctoral research was in natural hazard vulnerability and resilience. I worked as an environmental consultant for a number of years on European projects for DEFRA, specializing in the area of waste management. My research interests lie in the area of circular economy and resource management and efficiency, and I'm interested in approaches like life cycle thinking and other ways of understanding the flow of materials through our economy and environment.
My name is Martin Head, and I'm a Natural Sciences Senior Teaching Fellow here at the CEP. My role is to support the teaching activities of the two natural science specialist options of integrated water management and environmental assessment and management, the latter of which I'm also the option convener. I've been at Imperial College for nearly 19 years, the last 12 years of which have been here in the CEP after I joined the department in April 2008 as a project manager and community scientist for the Opal National Soil and Earthworm Project. My background is mainly in earth and geosciences from my undergraduate degree studies at the University of Kiel, but my PhD research studies at the University of Leeds allowed me to investigate the durability of cementitious construction materials. At the CEP, my interests are in the quality of soils and their degradation due to human activity and pollution, and also matters relating to waste management and the circular economy.
I am Chetna Vagela, the Integrated Water Management Option co-convener. I am also the research coordinator for the partnership between Imperial College London and Anglia Water, a UK water company. I am the module leader for water systems and technology in the water division, and I specialise in UK water sector operations such as conservation, water reuse and water sector regulations. I also specialise between university and water industry collaborations and engagement, and I've previously taught nature-based solutions on the course.
My name is Claire Hunt. I co-convene the Integrated Water Management Option, focused of course largely during the option term. But during the core course term, I run one of these small group seminar groups. I have a personal tutor group, and my research interests are water pollution, particularly of the marine environment, particularly plastic pollution, so microplastics and ghost fishing.
My name is Dr. Louise Rickard. I'm a senior teaching fellow at CEP, and I work on the business and environment option with Mike, and also on the use urban sustainable environments option with Audrey and Tilly and Maria. So during the core course I teach the group work aspects, and I'm responsible for the PAG process, which you'll hear all about quite shortly, I think towards the end of week 1. In terms of research interests, most of my life I've been working on indicators. So I'm very passionate about sustainable development indicators and indicators of progress and participatory processes for measuring those. When I'm not working at CEP, I'm a coach. I've had my own coaching business for about 15 years. I am especially interested in team coaching, and at the moment sort of systemic team coaching, which is really interesting, especially given what's been happening with COVID and how disruptive that can be to organisations. So I'm doing a lot of work with that, and also leadership coaching for individuals in business and in life in general, with NGOs as well. And when I'm not doing either of those things, I do search and rescue here in Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire. I'm a team medic and also a team leader. So if you see me bleary-eyed, I might have been out running around the woods at 3 in the morning.
My name is Tilly Collins, and I'm one of the senior academic women in the Centre for Environmental Policy, the CEP. In the department, I have several roles. I support the Urban Sustainable Environments option in the second term, and in the first term I cover the teaching of the ecology and quite a bit of the quantitative skills, all of which are quite intimately interlinked. I also have a pastoral role in that I'm the senior female tutor, the women's tutor, which doesn't mean I only see women, of course. I will see anyone who would rather talk to a woman. So I play side by side with Yanis Kontouris, who is the men's tutor, and the senior tutor of the department. I'm also a staff supporter. I've been with the CEP for some time now, and I love the CEP, and I love that we get this incredible crop of highly intelligent young people coming through every year.
I am Samira El Budamusi, Senior Strategic Teaching Fellow at the Center for Environmental Policy. The focus of my work is the design and implementation of the curriculum, from the formulation of the learning outcomes to the design of assessment strategies and assessment rubrics. I also do research in learning and teaching in higher education and in education for sustainability. I coordinate the Research Methods Week and the Thesis Term, so you will be hearing a lot from me in the summer term.